Hi everybody, this is Philip. Guys, I decided to do a part 2 on the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus hearing test. You heard me right. Um, it's crazy. It's it's just downright superb when you start thinking about this. I've never heard of a cell phone company doing an actual hearing test. If I'm wrong, if for some of you that may be listening and watching to this, if you have a cell phone other than in the, say, the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, if somebody has the new S9 Plus, uh, let me know if that hearing test is in the S9 or the S9 Plus. I think it's something that somebody somewhere in the last 14 years since cell phones come out, it's the wildest. It's got to be the most far out there that any cell phone has done. Now, here in a little bit, I'm going to go into some of the controls that I personally, and I'm talking to the people at Samsung, what need to be changed. Now remember, I'm old school. I'm 58 years old. I was there for the first stereo headphones when they came out. And, well, let's try this before we go into that. Samsung in its entirety, they're doing really good. Although, did you guys see here in the last couple of weeks where iPhone or Apple went into the $1 trillion mark? Congratulations, guys. It's great. But I will not have one of your phones again. And you can go back through my videos and you can see why I don't like them. All right, now, for the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, which I have, which has a hearing test, if you're going to have to find the most quietest place in your house, literally, because I can remember working for a frozen food company here in my hometown that every 3 months, the people that were in the front end running the heavy machinery, doing the cleaning, cleaning the peas and everything, it was just a really high noise level. And every 3 months, you had to go in, and it took roughly 20 minutes, and they checked your hearing. And if your hearing was going down, then it was hasta la vista. Or you would be moved up into the conveyor belts, or inspection conveyor belts, which was not as much noise. And in some cases that you had to leave. You couldn't work there. Let's see. The hearing test, I think, has just been something else. When I found this, I couldn't believe what I was looking at. And when it said, go find your quietest place, well, you know where I went? I went to my bathroom. And I shut the door. And I listened. So when that little hearing test was done, I went back to my music, which is YouTube YT, and I'll go into that in another video. But have you ever had the best either earbuds or headphones that you've ever had, and you hear that nice, rich music, and it's literally going on right in your head, not in your ears, but right in your head? That That, my friends, is what Stereo Superb is it's made of. I'm going to go back real quick to a video I did a couple months ago. I had a pair of the original Midland headphones. They had magnets inside of there that were probably about that round and probably at least that thick. And to date, I have never ever heard another better headphone than those Midlands. It all has to do with magnetics and what I call the thumper, where the magnet gets activated, and you get that pumping, and then it goes into your ears. Midland had a great idea. I don't know why they quit, but great headphones. Okay, let's fast forward into today's headphones. Unfortunately, like Sony and Skullcandy, in order to get up into a better or the best headphone that they sell, you've got to go around $225 all the way up to $325, $350 just to find a decent pair of headphones. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't have that kind of money. I will never have that kind of money. That money right there, that will supply me food for 30, 32 days. So why should I go and get a pair of headphones for that much? You kids out there that might be watching this video, that you want mom and dad to go out and get you the best set of headphones that money can buy. You don't have to spend that much in order to get a decent pair of headphones. Sony, and there's some Skullcandy, and the rest of you guys. I don't know what you're doing, but only the rich kids, and I'm going to say that out loud, only the rich kids can afford to get a pair of headphones that actually sound nice. It's just unbelievable. I was actually thinking about doing a video where I could do some marketing for those companies. Do a complete test on those. But I got to thinking, I'm going to be going a direction that I don't want to go. There's people out there that are just doing a fantastic job here on YouTube, that they're discussing the headphones. They're literally testing them every way they can. Great job, thumbs up. So, in retrospect to all this, if you're going to buy a pair of headphones, keep it cheap. Unless you're a rich kid and your parents make $1 million a year, then guess what you get? We don't, but you do. Now we're coming up on 9 minutes and 19 seconds. Okay, Samsung. Now, I went over this in a video that I did within the last month, but I'm going to do it again just in case you guys missed it. You've got only 2 control points, one for the bass and the treble. That's it. If you want more bass, there you go. If you want more treble, there you go. And then you've got some other specifications going on here. Guys, that particular part of the sound system of the S8 Plus stinks. Again, I'm old school. I want 4 different control points. Again, I want 4 different control points. One where I can turn up the bass a little bit from 0 to, say, 10. And then I want another one down here that for treble, where you can turn that one up a little bit or turn it down. That's called mixing. That's called mixing. If for some of you guys at Samsung that are old enough to remember what mixing is, mixing sounds a lot better than what you guys have got into your phones. And your phones are costing what? $800, $900, $1,000? I don't know what you're doing, but I'm a new user for Samsung. I had a little bitty Samsung, the Ace, great phone. But when I went up to the Galaxy S8 Plus, I was hoping that the sound system on this thing was better, which it is. You've got the hearing test, which is just perfect. But get away with just the 2 points. Go 4. So that you can control each one instead of having just one, instead of going to treble. And if you don't like that, you go to bass. What happens to the treble? It's a no-brainer, guys. Get rid of it. Go to a 4-point instead of the 2-point. Okay, what have we discussed in the last 11 minutes and 48 seconds? Remember, when you're doing the Samsung hearing test, go somewhere like your bathroom. I'm sorry if you've got kids, then there's no retreat, no surrender. Then you're probably going to have to wait until the middle of the night to do your sound test while the kids are asleep. But in all fairness, kids, and adults, the S8 Plus is a great phone. But like every cell phone, they have their problems. And as we discussed, get away with the 2-point system, which is one for bass, one for treble. And then the other one I'd like to see with a balance knob, where you can tweak it yourself instead of relying on the phone. Does that make any sense? A balance button where you've got the phone where it's already doing its own thing, but with that balance point either going right or left, you're going to have an outstanding phone with an outstanding sound system. There, see, you just made probably $500,000 on me for your next phone. You could do so much with your phone, Samsung. And I don't know what you guys up there in the corporate offices are thinking. Oh, I know, money. That's all you can think about. Well, think about us down here that are paying that $8, $9, and $1,000 for a phone. I expect when I buy a phone that it's going to have some really nice technical stuff, but not too much. But if you're going to go into the sound part of it, again, I'm going to repeat it, move to a 4-point system where you've got, say, balance or treble and bass, treble, bass, and then you've got another one over here for balance, and then you've got this one right over here that I'm going to do this in the next video because I'm trying to remember back in my heyday when I was a teenager and I had that Midland sound system. It was actually an 8-track tape with record changer. I'm going to have to see if I can do some research on that. But I think if you guys change that, you're going to have a heck of a sound system. And don't look at me and say, well, we're going to hike the price. Don't. You guys, I read somewhere last year that Samsung wasn't paying attention to their customers. They were doing their own thing. I believe it. You're probably going to watch this video and call your wife and have her send some tomatoes up to the office and start throwing them at me. I'm old school, guys. I was there when the headphone rage started. So get off of your management chair. Go to your science people and your stereo people and say, hey, somebody's got a great idea out there. Let's go with it. Let's try it. And if you guys decide to do that, with the different points instead of just two, would you do me a favor and send me a phone so I can test it? I don't care if the phone makes great phone calls. I don't care about that. I want to hear a sound system that you can plug the worst pair of headphones or earbuds in, and it's just going to sound the best. I'm serious. Send me that phone. I'll give you the nay or yay. I bet you I'll have it returned to you within 48 hours, depending on what you guys come up with. Well, we are at 17 minutes and 5 seconds. All right, that's it for this video. I love you guys as always, and this has been Philip on YouTube Live. And thank you for looking in on my channel. Take care, guys. Again, all my love.